Hi everybody, it's Mena. Welcome back to my channel, or if this is the very first video that you're seeing me, then welcome to my channel. Please do hit that subscribe button down below if you have not already. I post Monday through Saturday. And today in this video, I'm going to do my top 10 SpongeBob Squarepants episodes in honor of Stephen Hillenburg. For those who don't know, a lot of you guys probably heard this on the news, but sadly Stephen Hillenburg passed away of biscuits. I forgot what he passed away of, but he sadly just recently passed away on November 26th of 2018. Rest in peace, Stephen Hillenburg. I love your creation of SpongeBob. It's one of my favorite cartoons. So in honor of him, I'm going to do a top 10 SpongeBob episodes, and this also will be dedicated to my cousin because he was a big fan of SpongeBob too. He loved SpongeBob, so I'm dedicating this video to him. And again, rest in peace, Stephen Hillenburg. You were a great creator of SpongeBob. SpongeBob's like the best cartoon ever. Everybody I know loves SpongeBob. I love SpongeBob. It's been one of my favorite cartoons since I was a kid. My cousin loves SpongeBob. It's been one of his favorite cartoons too since he was a kid. So everyone I know loves SpongeBob. So I thought, why not in honor Stephen Hillenburg, honor Stephen Hillenburg, the famous SpongeBob creator, by doing a top 10 SpongeBob SquarePants video episodes video in honor of him. So I'm gonna get started. If you guys have any episodes of SpongeBob that you guys like that I probably left out, let me know down in the comments below because I'd love to hear what your favorite episodes were. Let me know who your favorite character is, too. And I do have a top 10 SpongeBob SquarePants characters. If you want to see that, I will link it in the description box down below. And I'm sorry this intro is getting so long. I'm going to get started on my list. Number 1 on my list would have to be Help Wanted. This is actually the first SpongeBob episode. I actually didn't know until my cousin told me. I like this episode because this shows how SpongeBob got his job at the Krusty Krab. Like, he started off as, Mr. Krabs and again, warning, there will be spoilers, I forgot to mention, sorry. And it started off like Mr. Krabs doesn't want SpongeBob, but I like how in the end of this episode Mr. Krabs wants him when he sees his fry cooking skills, and I think that's awesome. Number 2 on my list would have to be Sailor Mouth. I find this episode super funny because they have, when SpongeBob says a bad word in the episode, the bad word's not heard because it's a kid show and it's blocked off by the dolphin noise, which I find super funny. And I think this episode's just pretty funny because the dolphin noise that's made when the bad word is blocked off, which I think is hilarious. Number 3 on my list would have to be Snowball Effect. I like this one because SpongeBob and Patrick have a snowball fight, but Squidward doesn't want to join in, and but after he sees all the fun that SpongeBob and Patrick are having, he joins in and goes crazy, attacking them with snowballs, which is pretty funny. And I find that super funny how he talks about how snowball fights are for immature children, but he doesn't realize, and he ends up giving into SpongeBob and Patrick's game of snowball fight, even though he says it's a childish game. And actually, snowball fights are pretty fun. I used to have them all the time up in Tahoe with my cousins. Number 4 on my list would have to be Chocolate with Nuts. I find this one super funny because this is about Patrick and SpongeBob trying to think of ways to become wealthy because they want to live like a rich life like in this rich magazine that they find in their mail. And they try the best they can, to sell chocolate bars, and then they've had several attempts to try and sell chocolate bars, but then they fail, every time, which is pretty funny. They try saying "I love you," or they try lying to get people to buy their chocolate bars, which is kind of funny. And a lot of people seem to fall for it. Number 5 on my list would have to be the camping episode. I think this is super funny, and plus, for fun fact about me, I love to go camping. I go camping with my relatives all the time. It's one of our favorite things to do. We do it almost every year. We used to do it a lot for my cousin's birthday, but we don't really do it anymore. So this is but we do it once in a while at our favorite family place. at our favorite family place to go camping. I'm not going to say where it is because it is kind of personal. I like this episode because, like, I just like the fact how SpongeBob and Patrick go camping, like, right outside the house. And, like, they kind of tease Squidward about camping, which is pretty funny. Number 6 on my list would have to be That Snow Lady. I find this one pretty funny because Patrick, is, like, Patrick gets freaked out because this guy tells him to get out of town. And he doesn't realize this guy's trying to sell him a vacation, which is pretty funny. And I think it's super funny. Another thing that's funny is Patrick dresses up as a woman to hide his identity from the salesperson he thinks that's trying to kick him out of town. I think that's super funny, and Patrick and Mr. Krabs kind of develop a crush on Patrick's female form, which I think is super funny, and they don't realize that it's actually Patrick. Number 7 on my list would have to be Squidtastic Voyage. I like this one because in this episode, SpongeBob and Patrick kind of freak Squidward out by going inside his body to retrieve a piece of his clarinet that gets stuck in his throat. With the help of Sandy's a machine by Sandy that shrinks to get them inside Squidward, and then Squidward ends up kind of freaked out because it's actually SpongeBob and Patrick in there instead of Sandy, due to the fact that Sandy didn't end up in the submarine. I cannot talk right now. I cannot think right now. Now, and it is a pretty funny episode due to the fact that Squidward's all freaked out about them ruining something in his body. Which I find super funny. Like, they constantly are, like, messing with the inside of him, which is pretty fun, which cracks me up. Like, they're making him punch himself or kick somebody, which is hilarious. Number 8 on my list would have to be The Lost Mattress. This is a funny episode because in this episode, Squidward and SpongeBob and Patrick all buy Mr. Krabs a new mattress because he's been having pain in his back. So they buy him a new mattress, but they don't realize that his old mattress had all his money in it. So they have to go back and retrieve it, which is pretty funny. And they end up getting, like, they try to make up several failed attempts, like either like dressing up, like trying to distract a guard worm, and then every time they try to distract the guard worm to get the mattress, Squidward ends up getting attacked by the guard worm, which is like an undersea version of a dog. Number 9 on my list had to be Band Geeks. I find this is another funny episode of SpongeBob. This is a funny episode where Squidward tries to get a marching band together to impress his old high school rival, and every attempt he tries to get them to play an instrument, they end up failing, and then they sound so bad, and no matter how long they've practiced, they still like end up either fighting or attacking each other, or ending up making terrible mistakes with the equipment, which is pretty funny. Funny because none of them can't even play instruments, and they're so bad at it. It's just super funny. Number 10 on my list would have to be Franken Doodle. This is like one of my favorite SpongeBob episodes. I really enjoy Franken Doodle because in this one SpongeBob draws a ugly-looking version of himself, and the Frankendoodle ends up causing trouble with, like, the drawing ends up causing trouble with everybody, including Squidward and SpongeBob and Patrick. Like, he ends up causing issues with them, which is kind of funny because, like he keeps, like, pulling pranks on them, like making them fall in the ditch, or or causing harm to them, which is kind of funny. Funny, I have to admit. I really just enjoyed this episode. So, well, here's when I start over. So, basically, SpongeBob and Patrick find a magic pencil, and everything they draw from the pencil comes to life. And as they draw everything. They draw a creepy-looking doodle. Oh, and the doodle comes to life and starts causing trouble. So they try to get rid of the doodle before he causes any harm to anybody. And I find it pretty funny because every attempt they try to stop the Doodle is pretty funny because they always end up failing. Okay, so those are my top 10 SpongeBob episodes in honor of Stephen Hillenburg. Again, rest in peace, Stephen Hillenburg. SpongeBob was your best creation. We all love SpongeBob. Everyone I know loves SpongeBob, and it's such a great cartoon. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please do like and subscribe if you haven't already. I post Monday through Saturday, and I'll see you in another video soon. Bye-bye! And let me know if you like this video down in the comments below. Bye!